Yo, peep game. I'm gonna give my picks on who I think is gonna advance to the next round of on the AFC. I'm gonna split it up because a lot of teams. So, anyhow, obviously, I'm a Niners fan. My boys are in the playoffs. So obviously, I really don't have a horse in the race. And my team looked terrible down the stretch. You know what I mean? They look, they look dang, it was rough. It was a rough season, man. Also, yeah, the refs were kind of bad, but and there were a lot of complaints about certain calls. But it is what it is. You know how it is. Don't blame the refs, but also refs got to be better. Anyways, to my picks. Chargers at the Texans. All right. The Chargers had a chance to actually win their division, possibly. I think if they did split with Kansas City, uh, they probably would have had like a better chance to lock up the division, and Kansas City would have had to go on the road, but they weren't ready to do it because the Chiefs found a way to win the AFC West yet again. So and the Texans. It's looked like a sophomore slump for CJ Stroud, and so many of their weapons are hurt. I don't know if Nico Collins is playing or not, or Tank. I think Tank Dale's out for the season. But having said that, it looks like CJ Stroud has not looked good, man. He has thrown picks that he normally didn't throw in his last few weeks and all of that. But the Texans won their division, so they get a home game. Understandable. I mean, when your division, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. And like, I know there's probably some Chargers fans or some football fans that complaining that Chargers had a better record and played better football, but they made the rules and collective bargain. They agreed to it. The NBA kind of changed and went by record, by division, then record, and went from that standpoint. But anyways, but looking at this game, Harbaugh turned around the Chargers in 1 year. In 1 year, he was definitely the right pick. They got a top five defense, got a really good defense, got two great pass rushers, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't believe in the Texans. I mean, if they get proven wrong, it is what it is. But I am going with the Chargers, and before I get my score, Justin Herbert has played some good football this year. To be honest, yes, he's had a couple games. He threw some bad balls and all that, but he hasn't been like he hasn't thrown bad picks like he did in the past. But having said all that, them having a top five defense, I'm gonna roll with the Chargers, 31-21. That's what I'm rolling with. Chargers 31, Texans 21. Next game, probably the best rivalry in the NFL, and it's built on respect and grit. So, Steelers at Ravens. And I'm gonna be honest, the last losing streak with the Steelers finishing off the season, I think they lost 4 games in a row. George Pickens, something wrong with him. Who knows? He complains about the ball too much. Hopefully he doesn't do that, and it's to the detriment of the Steelers from actually giving themselves a chance. Lamar Jackson is probably going to win MVP, but the vote's going to be close because there's voter fatigue, and Josh Allen did have a great season, and so did Saquon Barkley. It's not just a quarter MVP. League MVP should not just be a quarterback award. But having said that, looking at how the Steelers played and these down the stretch compared to how the Ravens have played down the stretch, I can't believe in the Steelers. I do think the Steelers defense is tired because their offense is not consistent. They're relatively easy to stop. And on top of that, the Ravens defense has stepped up in the last few weeks of the season. So having said that, and Lamar Jackson doing his thing, I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be high. I think I'm gonna go with the Ravens, 35-18, and the reason is I don't believe in the Steelers' offense. They are too inconsistent. They got with a decent offense, they have a championship level defense, but their offenses leaves much to be desired. So, like I said, I am going with the Baltimore Ravens, 35-18. And for the last game in the last playoff game in the AFC, Broncos at Bills. This is gonna be interesting. I mean, Josh Allen has definitely had an MVP level season, but I do think Lamar is going to get it. I mean, Lamar threw 41 touchdowns to 4 picks and has 1,000 yards rushing. That's ridiculous. And they got Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry probably should have been MVP. But the Ravens were messing up with the offense. But anyways, Broncos at the Bills. The Broncos do have a really good defense. Bo Nix, as the season has progressed, got better with each game. He wasn't making like the same mistakes he made in week 1 now. I do think this is probably going to be maybe the score, maybe high 20s, low 30s. But I do think Josh Allen ultimately will figure out a way to get it done. So I'm going to go with the Broncos. Man, I'm a homer in these picks. But Broncos, so I'm going with the Bills. I'm picking the Bills 34-28. I'm going to go 34-28. I do think Bo Nix is good enough to get them some points and get them enough points. And also Sean Payton has shown that he can actually coach, especially when he got his right guy and the guy he feels like he can run the offense properly. So like I said, I know I know I sound like a homer because I'm going with the quote-unquote favorites, but that's my opinion. Going with the Chargers over the Texans, I'm going with the Ravens over the Steelers, and I'm going for the Bills over the Broncos. Be easy, everybody. Deuces.